Hello everybody! So we're doing another one of these videos. When I made the last one, I did not expect to be doing another one this soon. But just due to several decisions and several things going on in my real life outside of making videos as of late, this has become the greatest way of tackling what I need to do. So this is obviously Chapter 3 Season OG Turnback, which is a return of the Chapter 2 map, which is here. Now it is 1-to-1, well nearly 1-to-1 to Chapter 2 Season 5 Parallels, which is now on screen side by side. There's barely any changes. There's a few, but like when I say like a few, like as in just a few minor imperfections that just looked bad that I just kind of fixed up. But like they're barely noticeable. So yeah, also this video kind of serves as an overview of Parallels due to that, since there was never one for that season. But without that, let's go on. So immediately, Spawn Island. It remains the same. The only real difference is that there is no rifts for the buses. But that's it, because yes. Like Spawn Island is basically bare bones, basically the same, except for that one change. Now onto the main island. So, firstly, one thing that I feel like people should be familiar with is Collision Coliseum, which is nearly the same as it was in Frosty Fault. Which, about Frosty Fault isn't necessarily oval, but I'm not sure yet. Like, I'm not sure if I plan to bring it back afterwards as just Season 5 and continue on, bring it back as, say, a 5.5, or even a Season 6. I'm not sure. Or I could just, skip and go on with my plans. But I don't really know, we'll just kind of see how things go. But okay, so Collision Coliseum is roughly the same. The main change is just the inside, which has this structure from an older season prior to Season 5, which was holding the teal point, but it doesn't appear to be in there. Okay, so nextly we have this in like the desert biome. We have, well, actually not in the desert biome. So in the desert biome we have Western Wilds. So Western Wilds, yeah. Like it's pretty obvious. Like, it was introduced obviously in Season 4. Many of the Season 4 stuff wasn't that great, but it had its merits, and there were plans a long time ago to bring back Chapter 2, like this season, in a different method. And it would involve, say, remaking things like this to hide some of the things that would be deemed not acceptable for Arceus nowadays. But those standards started here. So I wanted to leave it basically authentic for those purposes. Like Western World here is just a small little town. Okay, next of all, Stabilized Stilts is in a pretty weird state due to it not actually being changed in Season 5. I remember I thought the satellites were here, but oh well. Like, it's just the same as it was in Season 4. I'd recommend checking out the Reform and Revolt version 4.0 overview or later if you want to see more of the in-depth stuff. Like, I will go over things minorly here, but I would recommend checking that out.
Brother, this guy stinks!
So, next we have Convolutional Crash, which was a reference to how Chapter 2 started. Like, it's a remake of the original location where Chapter 2's unveiling was. And then this little island is one of several landmarks introduced in the update this is based off, as the island was kind of breaking apart due to several factors that don't matter here and never were really explained. Oh well. Flora takes, I was about to say takes a load of inspiration from Flannel, but no, Flannel takes a load of inspiration from here. A good example being this house, which if you were in Flannel from launch of Chapter 3 till Cybele, when it was removed, this house was here, like in this exact state. I believe the prisms might have been in different locations, but the house was remained mostly the same. Other than that, Flora is kind of just your standard forest place, except for the Slappy Bridge here. Honestly, I don't really know why I put it here, but it's always like it's been here. It was moved here in season 4. I don't really know why it's still here. That's really it for like this whole part of the map. Obviously, there are a bunch of landmarks. There's one here that isn't actually here. Let's get rid of that. It was a unreleased prop that obviously doesn't work anymore. It's been since removed. So obviously here we are. This big structure was kind of a mix of two POIs, being one from Chapter 2 Season 1 and one from Season 4. That kind of made this big kind of behemoth that towers over the entire island. Like, it's even taller than like the... I think it's taller? Like, I think it might be taller. I don't know. Let's actually check. It is ever so slightly. It's like half a tile. That's because that specific area is slightly taller. And then inside, it just kind of has a bunch of just random stuff, just kind of a hangout place. And then all of the points is kind of references, including the glitch, which was a copy of the gold points early in Chapter 2. And then the Genesis. So now for the right side of the map. So, Coral Coast, I'm not really gonna go over because this island is the same. And these other islands, these two are kind of nothing. This one is different, but obviously Coral Coast in Chapter 3 took great inspiration from it. And then we have this questionable bridge. Yeah, I don't really know what the plan was there, but it's it. And okay, moving on to Dodgy Docks. This POI was really good for its time, because the time this released, it was like early 2024, so like the standards like obviously want to go, like this was the first time out of like the people I speak to, like this was the first time a curved road was ever seen. It was kind of crazy at the time, but obviously now it's a meh location, except for this house, this building. I love this building. Block 2.0 submission, set this before, put in here in Season 4, kept in Season 5, was removed in Fracture because it was too big and too complicated to kind of destroy, and then was modified and put in Paradise Pier in Chapter 3, and it stayed there since. I love that building. I'm really happy that I managed to finally integrate into maps and it be liked. So yeah, and there's a zip line connecting it to the cabin. There's actually a few. There's one here, there's one there, there's one over by that landmark I deleted, one at Sanctuary, which we'll get to later, and then one by Refurbished Road. See, it's right there. So, Refurbished Road. Refurbished Road is a weird type of POI, because it was like, I made retail, what is now called Retail Trail, but at the time it was called Retail Road, hence this being called Refurbished Road. It was destroyed for some reason. For some reason destroyed it in Season 2. Then replaced it with a bunch of things. But I brought it back because I felt like I didn't give it enough time. So I brought it back here as Refurbished Road, and then later modified its layout and some houses, like some buildings like this, to become Retail Trail in Chapter 3, which then got removed in Season 3 for Hole. And then Retro Road, which is pretty cool. So next is a big address me moment. Let's follow this road. Yep. And there's a beaver. Okay. So, small confession. The snow biome in Season 4 was originally meant to be the exact same snow biome from Season 3. But I then decided against that and made an entire snow biome in a day. I had school this day, so I only spent like a couple hours on it. So basically it was like, they're everywhere. But I could have hidden this. I could have maybe announced this for next week and changed this, but no. Because this is what Season 5 was. So, last but not least is Sanctuary. Well, the Sanctuary, according to some people. So I just named it the Sanctuary for peace reasons. So yeah, it's kind of this like Hunter's Haven inspired place. On the kind of remainder of a big mountain that was here prior. It is cool. Like I was pretty happy with it when I first made it. And I wouldn't say it's, I would say I've made better since then, but it is still good in its own way. Hold on, let's see the inside. Okay. So yes, like the inside is furnished enough. So, yeah. Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, and random thing I just wanted to show. Here. This little Jonesy, little house. It's a minor thing. It's not even a landmark, but it is something funny. It's actually always been here. I never got rid of it. I don't think it was in Fracture, but it is here. So that is it, I would say, for Turnback. How long will Turnback be? So I'm not setting anything in stone. Like I'm not going to officially unveil anything, but I'm aiming for about 8 to 12 weeks because that's when I finish school. I'd say I officially graduate in 8 weeks, but then I finish in 12 because, you know, government exams, government run exams, it is what it is. A lot of countries have it. So we'll be stuck with Turnback for a while. Will I change things? I don't know. Maybe. we'll see how time goes. During that time though, what I can confirm is that I will still actively be working on chapter 3 because I want it to be good. I want it to be great. I want it to be the best of what I can do. But that needs time, and a lot of it that I cannot give you within a reasonable amount of time. Hence why this exists. So with that, hope you enjoy Turnback. If there's any issues you may find, because there probably is some, let me know and I will make it my mission to fix them, because I am off for the next 2 weeks. I do have to study, but I can make time for some fixes. Hope to see you all, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all sometime soon. Again, obviously I don't know, but I will see you guys soon. Bye!